Hello, you guys. I'm going to give you all the opportunity to tune in, okay? Hold on. I want to put my music on.
Where conversations are real, voices are heard, and the real starts here. The real starts here. The real starts here. No filter, no fear. Truth in the mic, let the whole world hear. Stories unfold, voices sincere. Welcome to the place where the real starts here. From life and love to the latest news. Community voices, different views. Breaking it down so we all stay clear. Honest conversations live right here. Speak your truth, let it be known. This is the space where your voice has a home. No judgment here, just real and clear. Real talk with Tamara, the real starts here. Real talk with Tamara. Real people. Real stories.
Hello, you guys. Y'all, listen, believe it or not, I tried to do a pre-recorded video and my lights blinked out again, y'all. Today has not been a good day for me. The lights have, this morning when I was getting ready for work, the lights went out. Okay. And then when I got home, they were still out. Then they popped back on and they went out again when I was trying to do a pre-recorded video. And I was like, let me just jump on live so I can go ahead and go live right quick and talk about this. But anyways, you guys, I hope that you all are doing okay. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. I see the Black Barbie. I see Clarinetta. I see Shan. I see that there are people in the bushes, which is cool. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. It's storming very bad, y'all. It is storming so bad. Hey, McNames. Y'all, it is storming so freaking bad. Hey, M. Rose. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. What's up, Ace? I'm glad to see you up in here. Hey, lovely lady. We're just waiting to let more people start coming into the room, okay? You all, I wanted to talk about Pooh. Shiesty's attorney has stepped down, and he didn't really say why, but he did say, hey, little Miss Muffin. He didn't really say why, but he did say that, hold on, you all. Okay. He did say that, hold on. But he did say that that he had good attorneys. Now we're gonna break down what could have possibly happened. Now I'm looking at, hold on one second. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to pull up. Hold on. Be quiet. Please be quiet. My puppies are scared of the rain. I'm gonna pull up the video, you guys. Okay, here it is right here. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe.
Shiesty, quick update on Pooh Shiesty's case. I am just leaving Tennessee, actually, on a different federal case. I will be withdrawing off the case. No implications of me withdrawing off the case. I still think it's a great case. I think there's a lot of holes in it. I think the government has a lot of explaining to do on the case. But I will be substituting in will be Dan Codrell, who's a fantastic lawyer, and Kent Schaefer, who is also a fantastic lawyer, both from Dallas. I think they're going to do a phenomenal job on the case. I think it's one of those cases where once you start really screwing down on the information, the facts, I think that will be beneficial to the defense. I think they're going to do a great job, and I look forward to seeing how the case winds up.
Okay. Now, before I figured out who these attorneys was, I said only one of three things could have happened. Either Pooh Shiesty didn't have the money, okay, or there was a disagreement, okay. Now these were my scenarios before I started looking into who, what attorneys he actually hired. Either, you know, and it still could be this, you know, maybe he looked into the case and there was some disagreements on something, you know. No defense attorney is ever going to get on live and say that that the state could win a case. Okay, so what he just said, that is what a defense attorney is supposed to say. Okay, so when people get talking about, well, he said that the state ain't got none, every defense attorney says that. Okay, and that is what they're supposed to say. They're supposed to always say that they can win, that the state does not have a strong case. That is what they're supposed to say. Okay, so okay, my third scenario was, even before I looked into who the attorneys were, maybe Yo Gotti, okay, had some more attorneys that these attorneys, he felt like they were better, and he wanted to pay for these attorneys. Now, I said that what I was going to do is I was going to look into to see, because who's to say, because right now we don't know, we're just throwing things up in the air, that Pooh isn't indigent. Okay, who's to say he's not indigent and he could not, he asked the state to appoint him some attorneys, and they was able to work out something with these two attorneys, okay, these high-powered attorneys, to let the state pay them, or let the feds pay them for federal cases. Actually, when the feds court appoint cases, they actually pay more than the state. Okay, so just because these are high-powered attorneys does not mean for the publicity. Okay, if Pooh was indigent, okay, if Yo Gotti ain't paying for his attorneys, okay, who's to say that they wouldn't take the $500 to $800, which is a lot. Okay, it wouldn't be a lot for Pooh's case, but it's still a lot. Maybe they just, you know, maybe they decided to take it for the publicity, okay, and just make the $500 to $800, right? Or maybe Pooh has the money and somebody told him that those were the two best attorneys, because the DJ Pat guy that killed Takeoff, these are his attorneys. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pull these attorneys up. They happen to have a blog. Okay, I kind of did a little research on them, and they do seem like they're some good attorneys. Let me tell y'all something. They represent them cartels. Now, they done got rich off of representing them cartels. The cartel guy that Craig Pettis was getting the plug from and all of that, they represented him. And one of the good things about Kent Schaefer is that Kent Schaefer was a prosecutor for many, many years. Okay, so the other guy had always been a defense attorney, but Kent Schaefer worked in the prosecutor's office for many years. And oftentimes when you have attorneys that have worked in the prosecutor's office for many years and then they cross over and become defense attorneys, they're pretty good, because they know all of the tricks of the prosecutors. They know, they've worked in the office. They kind of know a lot about that, right? Now, like I said, they said that these two are J.Prince's high-powered attorneys. Okay, um, Cogdale and Schaefer. Cogdale has a vlog.
Of course.
Because he had
This is
that
Schaefer.
takes one to
This is
know
the
one
prosecutor.
philosophy, and that's
The other one
what
is
people
Cogdale.
like you and
Now
I
they are
have. We were
partners
the
in a
fun
law
ones,
firm.
always kind of on the edge of stuff,
They're
liked
representing DJ
people,
Pat, the
enjoyed
young man that
dealing with
killed
people,
Takeoff.
and we understood what made people tick, which is the
And
hallmark of a good lawyer.
Sure.
So yeah, we couldn't do what our older brothers did necessarily, but
as I
think
said, I
But
read
look at
that
us now.
J.Prince's high-powered
Exactly. Look
attorneys,
at us
and they
now.
have
exactly, because as a
represented
lawyer, when you
quite a
try
few of
cases,
those
you
cartel
understand,
guys,
you know when the witness is going to lie,
to
even
include
before he
that
knows when he's going to
cartel
lie.
guy
You see
that
it coming
Craig Pettis.
3 moves
What's up,
ahead.
Cypress?
But that's
That
because
Craig
of
Pettis
I
told
think the
on.
paths that
Okay,
we chose when we were
the
young
cartel got it. Craig
and we were
Pettis told on.
people.
Okay, so that is their vlog. So I mean, I'm not mad at Pooh though. I'm not mad at Pooh if he feels like those particular attorneys would be the better attorneys. Whatever it is that's going on, I'm not mad at Pooh about it. Okay, if he, hey, whatever is happening behind the scenes, Pooh is fighting for his life. Okay, and we know what they're going to do is they're going to throw the book away at Pooh Shiesty. They're going to throw the book at him. They're going to try to put him in jail for life. So he had better try to get all of he had better try to get the best attorneys that he could get. Okay, so in order for them to be J.Prince's attorneys, okay, like I said, it's DJ Pat attorneys that took out. They said Pooh ain't got the money for Bradford. That's probably what it was. Like I said, just because these are J.Prince high-powered attorneys does not mean that Pooh didn't that Pooh it's only one because the other attorney is a really good attorney too. And these attorneys right here don't necessarily handle federal cases every day. Okay, I looked into that. What Pooh, the attorney that Pooh just had, handled federal cases all of the time. That's what he do. He fight with the feds. Okay, that's why I said that either it was one of three things. Pooh didn't have the money to pay him. And you think about federal cases cost a lot of money. He could have took it for the publicity, but he probably don't need the publicity. Right? He said he's licensed in Tennessee. So he said he was leaving Tennessee just then because he was just hired for another federal case, right? So if he maybe if Pooh didn't have the money, maybe he didn't want to be court appointed and take a minimum fee because he don't care about the publicity. He cares about the money. Okay, it could have been that he couldn't pay him what he wanted. There was some discrepancies about the direction of the defense. Okay, because like I said, a lot of times these attorneys they'll get in front of the camera and say, well, the feds got a weak case, but behind the scenes he might have told Pooh you might need to bend a little bit because they got you in a chokehold, right? Who knows? A lot of times that there are disagreements like that, and then they just decide, okay, well, we're gonna go our separate ways, okay? Or the third thing, like I said, maybe whoever paying for Pooh attorneys decided that they would be the better attorneys. We see that those are J.Prince attorneys. Those are they're representing DJ Pat right now, okay? And so they okay. Let's see. And I think a lot of people get the issues confused because has DJ Pat been released? Like has the case been thrown out as it relates to I'm breaking up. Y'all, it's storming really bad. Okay. It's storming really bad. So let me know if you all can hear me. Okay. So with DJ Pat, has DJ Pat's case been thrown out, right? Or is he still like he's just out on bond or whatever? And I think people get the issues confused. Y'all, am I still breaking up really bad? Y'all, let me know if I'm breaking up really bad. Okay, I'm not breaking up. Okay. So people get the issues confused when they say, well, DJ, there's some good attorneys because DJ Pat is out. Well, just because they're getting continuances and they're getting continuances and DJ Pat is still out there constantly, getting continuances don't mean a damn thing if they ain't getting the case thrown out, right? Okay, so if DJ Pat is still looking at being charged, I mean, it means nothing. The fact that he's out on bond, that means nothing. Okay, if he's still looking at a murder charge or whatever it is. Okay, so like I said, I kind of think that people be getting the issues confused. And they say, well, they good attorney because DJ Pat out on bond. How come the damn case ain't thrown out? Okay, if the case ain't thrown out, everything that means nothing. Okay, it don't mean a damn thing. Okay, so yeah, but they say that he's J.Prince's high power attorney. Okay, now so people gonna say, well, J.Prince gonna pull some strings. J.Prince trying to worry about his own ass because if he was in good with the feds like that, okay, he wouldn't be trying to tuck his own tail, right? So I don't think I really don't think, me personally, and I'm gonna look it up. I really don't. Pooh probably didn't have. He might not. He probably, when you don't have the funds to pay what you need to pay, you either allow somebody who has the funds to pay it, and then they choose the attorneys that they want, or you let the courts appoint you some attorneys that's willing to take it for the court appointed fees that the court pays just to get the publicity. And we see that this attorney, the Cogdell attorney, has a blog. So he would love the publicity. Okay. He's in the business of publicity and media and all that. But like I said, the Kent Schaefer guy was a long time prosecutor. Okay. And I did see where they have represented some cartels. Okay. And I don't think it works out good for no cartels. So they done got rich off of getting all the damn cartels money, and they ass is still in the jail. Okay. So, but I want to see Pooh fare well. I really don't want to see Pooh stay locked up. Okay. I know that might be surprising to people. I really don't want to see Pooh be locked up. I don't. I want Pooh to be out so he can live his best life. Pooh is a young man, and I feel like he should get the best representation that he could get, because Pooh did not crash out like Straight Drop in them did. Okay. Straight Drop and them went and crashed out for Yo Gotti. Okay. And killed Dog. But Pooh Shiesty didn't do it. He told Big 30 and them, don't kill him. Okay. I'm sure that's the reason Yo Gotti was probably down in the bed sick for days. Okay. We'll never know, but I believe he was when he found out Pooh didn't pull they didn't pull that trigger on Gucci. Okay. Because he want to eliminate everybody. He's bloodthirsty. He got a demon on him. Okay. So I want to see Pooh get out, and I want to see Pooh do well. And I really wish that Pooh could mend broken fences with Gotti. Hell no, not him. I mean with Gucci. Okay. Satan, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, making me say Gotti. With Gucci. Okay. And they could make that money. I hope that God could touch the heart of Gucci, because see, I mean, Pooh is from Memphis. Pooh's the same age as my kids. Okay. Pooh is the same age as my kids, and he, even though what he did was stupid, he had his damn daddy was there. I blame his daddy. Okay. Look, Owen said Pooh ain't getting out. He said Pooh ain't getting. He said Pooh ain't getting out. I want to see Pooh get out, and I want to see Pooh do well, because I believe that Pooh. I believe that what Pooh did was he got in. He got in his emotions. Okay, he got into his emotions because you had some people probably that helped to get him in his emotions, and he went and crashed himself out, and that benefits whoever his competitors are, right? That benefits whoever his competitors are, which would be CMG. Okay, because when people get a God wanted to sign him, he was still this damn competitor. I don't like people that's stupid. I really don't. Like, this is the thing that get me about folks. Okay, and I folks call me kooky and all that, but I'm highly intelligent. Okay, I get emotional, but I'm very cognizant of what I say and do, and I'm very intelligent. It's a lot of people that can't think themselves out of a damn paper bag. When folks get through talking about Gotti wanted to sign Pooh, he did want to sign him so he could do him worse than Gucci was doing him. Okay? But until he could trick him over there to see, he knew Pooh was Gucci was not going to release him so he could come and sign with him. No, he wasn't gonna do it. But until all while he was on 1017 or whatever the label is, okay, whatever the name of it, 1012 or whatever they call it, he was still Gucci's he was still Gucci's artist and still got his label competition. Why? I'm trying to understand why Pooh Daddy with his old ass. See, Pooh's daddy been out there in the streets. He called himself managing people. He's supposed to have more couth. He's supposed to be able to think a little better than that. No, son, wait a minute. Even if he is a damn fool, he ought to have some damn sense. Okay? They said Finesse going crazy online trying to sign with Gotti. You know, I know for a fact now. And I like Finesse, but they're gonna have to send Finesse to the rehab. Because if anybody's still trying to sign with Gotti after all these damn shenanigans that's going on, they need to be in a rehab or at Lakeside. Okay. And we're gonna pray. We're gonna pray that drug demon up off of Finesse 2 times, because I want to see Finesse. I really want to see Finesse do well. I don't want to see him. I want to see him make some money and all that, but he gonna have to do better. I told y'all Finesse 2 times. His son, that's my first cousin's child. I hollered when my sister told me, you know, Cece, Finesse 2 times, Cece baby daddy. I said, huh? Cece the same age as my sisters. I didn't know who they damn baby. I don't know who. I didn't know who. I thought that it was the barber. I thought that both of them had the same daddy. And she said, I'm telling you, Finesse 2 times is CC baby daddy. I hollered. I said, oh Lord, because I used to talk about him so bad it don't make no sense. But I still always felt like that he was talented. So I really want to see Finesse get his life right. You know, I wish Finesse wouldn't talk about my cousin, because see, we done helped Finesse and pushed him on him with being a junkie and everything. Okay, we praised for him and everything because Sugar got a root on him, and then the Sugar got a root on him, and then he on drugs. Okay. And so we praying for him, okay? But sometimes that root can be worse than them drugs. They said CMG ain't gonna sign him. Well, Finesse don't need to sign with CMG. Why is Finesse constantly trying to sign? All these people are two of the same. All of them had conversations on how they can do Finesse like he is being done, okay? Finesse was just talked about Gotti's first cousin. I see he got quiet when I exposed that what I heard about when Cornelius went to Atlanta. When Cornelius went to Atlanta, Cypress, what's Gotti's cousin name? He got so quiet I forgot about him. But he got quiet when I exposed that I had been heard that when Cornelius went to Atlanta, it was when folks it was Gotti's cousin that he saw when they told him I went to Atlanta for a couple days, ain't had no damn money or nothing. And people don't think about that, but you know, that's another story. That's for another time to talk about. Brandon Mims, that's his name. Anyways, but you know, Pooh Shiesty's attorney stepped down, okay? And I've been said that because somebody had been told me about that B Mims and all of them. When folks talking about B Mims, I said B Mims ain't shit because I heard about him even when his name was coming up before they even before they had even indicted Hernandez Govan. B Mims' name was coming up, and which I'm really in shock about. Ain't nothing happened as it relates to that, but I guess everything has its time. Cypress says Gotti in the pool swimming. Cypress got in. He always, you know, Gotti likes to. I guess he. Don't get me started talking about Gotti because I'll get off of. I don't want to show out tonight talking about Big Head Gotti. But anyway, y'all, what was I talking about? Pooh Shiesty. I was talking about Pooh Shiesty and Finesse 2 Times, but Finesse 2 Times, what Finesse needs to be trying to do is see, you know, I don't know what to say about these Memphis dudes. Okay. It's a lot of talent in Memphis, but it's more damn fools than talent. Okay. And so what Finesse needs to be doing is he needs to be doing shows. He needs to be trying to go get himself dried out. He needs to be doing shows, okay? And he needs to be trying to save his money to get him an attorney to try and work him out of a deal. That's out of the deal. He's gonna have to buy himself out of it. He got the talent to do it. Okay, he got the talent to do it. Like I said, Finesse. I don't think nobody has trademarked it yet. I be hating to say this, but you know, people still be saying it's a problem when I do it. It's cool when they do it. F them. That's supposed to be on every t-shirt. And he's supposed to have that shit trademarked. Just like Pooh Shiesty while he let Gotti crash him out. Okay, so he can get him out the way. Pooh Shiesty was supposed to take them Pooh Shiesty masks and get them in every color. Go to China, get them for 5 cents. Get them in every color. Put his initials on them. Have some of them little dudes when he do shows to stand out there, sell them things for $50. He signed them 7 for $100. He got what over 2-3 million followers. He sold 100,000 of them. He for $50. He'd have had what about $5 million. What is going on with these folks where they ain't got no good business people around them? You see people like God and them talking about all their investments and stuff. They get these young dudes and stuff this money and they don't even know nothing about money. They ain't got nobody telling them about nothing because they want to keep feeding them. Okay, they're not going to tell them about nothing. You know, mama want a Gucci bag. Mama want a rented house. Mama want a Mercedes. They can't even pay the damn note on. They can't pay the insurance on if something happened. They don't want them to think about creating generational wealth because they want to constantly spoon feed them so they can keep a chain on them. Okay? So Finesse, he always saying one-liners. How come, you know, he talk about Sugar, the best thing ever happened to him. How come Sugar ain't telling him, well, look here, baby, what you need to do is go ahead and trademark that, and we're going to go ahead and get some t-shirts going. Okay, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. Everybody be wearing them because I would. I'll wear them to my boxing, my workout class. Okay. You put them in. I like tank tops. You put them on the tank top and put some glitter on it. I'm wearing it. And not even to the boxing class. I'm wearing it to the grocery store or something. Okay. But these young dudes ain't been taught nothing. They constantly looking for another slave master. Oh, they didn't do me right. Bad didn't do me right. I want God to be a better slave master than Bad. Instead of trying to stand alone, they took the real boss out. They mad because Dolph trying to tell him, oh, Dolph want me to work. He want me to work and not make no money. Now, if you got the talent, you gonna make the money. That's the problem. Everybody wants something microwave. These damn fools and got too old to be stupid. And ain't nobody trying to tell them no better. Then they get mad at me, talk about that loudmouth black woman. I don't care. This loudmouth black woman makes money. Okay? That's the reason why I be so tired and stressed out sometimes, because I be trying to get me a little something. Working on something right now. Just took an exam for my final exam tonight. Got another one to take when I get off of here. And then guess what? I just signed up, helped my friend out sign up for something. I told you I was going to get my insurance licenses. And guess what? I'm going to get them. I'm going to sell y'all some insurance. Okay? And really the only reason why I wanted to get into the insurance game is because I started doing research on it. And they was like, well, I was reading and I started learning about stuff because I was like, dog, insurance sure is high. And then I started learning. I was like, dog, if I go get my license, it'll be like this, it'll be like that. I learned the game, and you start learning about all of that stuff. And I was like, I want to learn about that. See, it's an end thing to that. I ain't necessary because I ain't got the personality to sell nothing. But I be wanting to get on the inside to learn the game to get to the money. That's how I am. Okay. And I understand even me. Okay, but I'm seasoned now. That it takes time. Don't nobody want to learn nothing. Just give me. I got the talent, give it to me. And they go take it and buy a big hunk of chain with it, a gold chain that's fake. And then they ain't got no money no more. They go have 5, 6 kids with angry baby mamas. And they in and out of court with lawyers because they trying to dodge them. They got warrants in every damn state. Just stupid. Y'all hit the like button. Young Dolph tried to tell them the deal, okay? But your God in them want to drown you. They saying, well, Young Dolph did whatever it is that he was putting out there. Y'all need to forget about it. They want to drown him out, but his legacy lives on. Because I was looking at Snoop Band's on Facebook just this morning, I believe. Okay? That storm woke me up this morning. I got on Facebook and I'm looking at Snoop Band's at the car dealership. The car dealer man says young Dolph paper route artist Snoop Band's just came in here, bought a brand new Escalade, cashed out on it. Cash. And y'all know I love the Escalades because I was like, Lord, I want me an Escalade. So I went and looked at the prices on them. And I said, well, God, I'm just thankful for what you gave me because I can't see myself paying. Them trucks be from $150,000 to $200,000 here. You could buy a house for that. And I ain't mad at Snoop Band's, but Snoop Band's went and cashed out. He said it. He cashed out. So we already know Snoop Band's paid. If he had cash, they gave him a deal. So he still paid almost $100 for it. And folks have the nerve to say them boys ain't getting no money. But their boss taught them the game. And it's a damn shame that these damn fools that was mad at Dolph, look at how they suffering. Look at what's going on with him now. They should have been trying to listen to him. He still got videos up. Okay. He still got videos up everywhere. They need to be going trying to find the videos and listen to the game. Because they're getting screwed royally. They go from one master to another. Okay. I was looking at G Herbo, got his son rapping. Okay. And his song, I like the little song. I think it's cute. His song rapping, hit the road, Jack. I got paper stacks or whatever. And then in the song, I like when G Herbo said, and we ain't taking no deals. Okay. Now, I don't know if G Herbo got a deal or not, but he said, we ain't taking no deals. He said they making money. They not in jail, not robbing nobody. No stupid interview. They together. Right. And they've been quiet. They just been quietly doing their thing, watching the sideshow freaks on the internet, because that's what's going on. There's so much stuff that going on the internet. As y'all see, I've been doing interviews on, and I promise you, y'all, like, my energy is totally changing. As y'all can see, especially as I get more and more into my school, as I get more and more into taking classes to get my, my insurance license, my mortgage license, all that shit. I already got my energy kind of changing. Oh, is it? My energy is kind of changing. And I just don't like the sideshow freaks. And so sometimes you have to to revive yourself, because it's a lot of people on this internet running around off of their mental meds. Okay. They're running around off their meds. Okay. And I'm telling you, some of them have escaped from the nut house. Okay. And they run out the nut house and get right on the internet. And so I feel like spirits transfer. You have to be very cognizant of that. Spirit. That's the reason why I get on the praying line every morning. And I have to watch when you have a lot going on, and we all have a lot going on. Okay. We all always trying to do a whole lot. You have to be very cognizant of your mental state. And I'm serious, because a damn fool, you'll mess around and they be trying to get people just as nutty as them. Okay. So sometimes you have to pull back, because that's why I get on my praying line every morning. It's starting to grow. We do 10 to 15 minutes of prayer. It is imperative, because spirits, these demonic forces are real. And so you have to be very, very careful about what you take into your eye gate and to your ear gate. And sometimes you get on here too much, and these people are demonic. They supposed to be sane, but it's something wrong with them. Because anytime you got wars going on the internet, it's something wrong with you. I don't get off the internet and be mad and such and such. I don't do that. I have too much going on. About I wanted this. I wanted that. Who she's screwing? They be more worried about who you coding than you. I found out who she coding. Okay. My dad always told me. My dad said, "You want to stop people? Tell the truth. Tell the truth." Okay. And that's what you have to do. Hey, Kevin Felder, tell the truth. So if they think they're gonna throw something in your face, you go, and what does that have to do with you? So it puts it back on them. You the damn fool. Why are you worried about somebody else's life? Okay. But Pooh Shiesty, his attorney, has stepped down. We'll get into that later if I feel like it, because I got another exam to take, y'all. But Pooh Shiesty's attorney has stepped down, you guys, and he has hired J.Prince's high-powered attorney. Like I said, it's either one of those three things that has happened. That attorney that Pooh Shiesty had before is a good attorney. He fights Fed cases all of the time. I would think that he would have more of the endurance for that, because that's kind of what he specializes in, which means he getting the big money. Okay, he really in the money, and he got licensed in multiple states, all in Tennessee, because he said he was in the airport in some parts of Tennessee because he just got another federal case. That's where the money is. The other attorneys, I'm sure that they're good, because they have represented those cartel guys. I don't know. I don't really know what that means, because they in jail. Okay. So I don't know what that means, other than maybe, they stopped them from getting the death penalty or something. I don't know, because it seemed like to me all the damn cartel guys, especially those that Craig Pettis told on, they in jail. Okay. And they represented that one that Craig Pettis told on. And they're representing DJ Pat right now. They're DJ Pat attorneys, okay? I'm sure there are some good attorneys. I'm pretty sure that they are good. All right. And you talking about they're old guys, so they got connections behind the scenes. Okay. I'm sure they got connections behind the scenes. Now, the Schaefer guy was a prosecutor forever, but he was a state prosecutor. He did not work in the federal prosecutor's office. He you know, that's interesting with I do want to see Shiesty. I do Shiesty get out. I think I want to see with a renewal of the mind. I hope he changes mindset. He gets out, he changes his mindset, and he gets out, he changes his mindset, and just get into his music and all of that good stuff. Okay, that's what I want to see Pooh Shiesty do. Okay, you all make sure y'all hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. They said Tam Bradford Cohen charges $1,000 per hour. Well, now Pooh can't because and that is the going rate in a federal case. And with Pooh's case, okay, is that $1,000 or is that 10,000? That's 1,000. In Pooh's case, I'm sure he charged more than that. He probably asked for about 250 to 300 up front. He probably asked for that up front, and Pooh ain't have it. Okay. Just because these attorneys that he has now is high profile, it does not mean that they did not agree. And I'm gonna look into that. Okay. I might not get a chance to look into it tonight, but I'm going to look into it to see if they are court appointed. Okay. I'm gonna see if they're court appointed. Anyways, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? And sometimes, with the type of work that Pooh is gonna need, because I mean it's gonna be hard in Pooh's case. And then you think about, nobody is talking about those other young guys that was with Pooh that don't actually have any money, to are they, nobody knows what's going on with that. Said Shiesty should have did what Taylor Swift did, re-release all his music. Right. I'm sure he didn't know that route to go. Nobody told him that. He wouldn't know how to start to do that. Yeah, I wish Pooh would have stayed focused too. Now Yo got it over there in in France. I was looking at him on his Instagram. He over there in France, um, talking about all of the purses that he's supposedly buying for his daughter. Okay. It was about 10 Chanel purses. Okay. And he said he buying them for his daughter. Okay. I'm sure Nurse Bay over there with him. All right. If it ain't Angela, but Angela, I think Angela had a PR person to reach out to me. And this is God's truth. I got the message. It could have just been a troll or something like that, but I ain't gonna talk about it. But well, they didn't say anything other than, Angela is not dating Yo Gotti. Okay, Angela is not dating Yo Gotti. Angela is focused on her music. Now, I've always liked Angela. Okay, I think her father did a good job of trying to depict them in a good light. Okay, Angela had opportunities. It seemed like she came from a good home. I don't know why she wanted to come to the Memphis and slum. I don't know why she came slumming in Memphis. Okay, listen, I no offense to the Memphis guys. I be loving the Memphis men, but y'all know I had to talk about y'all like a damn dog because a lot of you deserve it. Okay, but not all of y'all. Okay, it's out Memphis got it's a 1% of the men in Memphis is really good guys. Okay, 1% of them. They broke up last year. Slayaway said they broke up last year. Oh my God. Angela came from New York. So, New York people are really loud and stuff like that. They always talk about how New Yorkers are, fast talkers or whatever. I don't know what Angela thought. See, I think people be feeling like that a lot of these women and these men from the South are slow. They from the South, they slow. I mean, the pace of how things kind of move in the South is a little slower. I'm talking about just the pace, not the people, of how it is in New York, where people are moving all the time. It's real fast. They walking fast. They move fast. That's about all it is. Because these dudes in the South, I think these women bring their asses down here, underestimate these men. Because I think the Southern men, they've always been slick and suave, okay? And for some reason, they want to be known as pimps, broke pimps, okay? It's a damn shame to be talking about you a pimp and you broke, okay? But unfortunately, that is the mindset of a lot of Southern men for some reason. I think that's why a lot of them can't get ahead, because their mindset is set on trying to come up off of a woman, and that's just not the order of the way that God says that it's supposed to be. That's the reason why a lot of them get knocked down and gutted out like fish and ran over in the street like dogs and cats and shitty cats and shit like that, because they don't understand that the woman is the blessing. Okay, instead of them rising to the occasion so that they can take care of their women and their children, they sitting up with a damn big ass pamper on, want a woman to take care of them, and you can't get ahead like that, because that's just not the order. Okay, I'm speaking to those who don't know. I'm trying to tell you something, okay? And Rose says, Miss T is Nurse Bay had a baby with Gotti allegedly. That's why Angela broke up with him and has an NDA and won't speak. Oh, Nurse Bay probably did. I'm gonna tell you something. Nurse Bay probably, when she saw that he was with Angela and he was public with Angela and all of that, she probably did, because he was still sneaking and messing with her. He never stopped messing with her. Because from my understanding, somebody had told me, well, nobody told me, I was listening to another Memphis vlogger say that Nurse Bay, that particular, she was the favorite of the mama and the sister. That's who they like. Okay. Cypress, listen, it's a darn shame to be talk about Memphis pimping and oh Lord Jesus, and they broke. I mean, whatever happened to pride? Okay. If you sitting up waiting, if a man sitting up waiting on a woman to get out and make some money for him, to me, I mean, he's just totally giving up his manhood and his pride. Okay. He's totally giving up his manhood and his pride. But unfortunately, a lot of these people don't know what pride is. I think it's very unfortunate. I know I be talking shit about it and I be making fun and stuff like that, but I feel like it's very unfortunate, because I do have a deep, care for Black men, and I see them come through the court system and stuff every day. I'm telling you, I was on the elevator the other day, and it's something going on with these girls. They're not being taught anything. It's sad. And I almost didn't want to get in that elevator, because when they walked up, they was loud. And it was yesterday, as a matter of fact. It was yesterday. And I ain't been feeling like I'm glad I got on tonight, because it helps me. But I ain't been feeling, I've been having a lot going on. So I had a lot on my brain, and I just have not been feeling my best. Okay. Mentally. Once I finish my finals and all these other tests that I got going on, I'll be okay. But I was standing there waiting on the elevator, y'all know at 201, when they walked up, they was loud. And the elevator popped open just as they walked up. I almost didn't get on. I promised to God, I was like, Lord, I am not in the mood. They loud, and I don't know how, I don't feel like smelling weed and liquor. I don't know what they're gonna smell like when they get up in here. I don't want to smell no weed and liquor and stuff, this early in the morning. And you get in the elevator, it's always one man. And it's a damn shame that a lot of these men have taken on the characteristics of a damn girl. It's always one damn man that's egging these women on to fight. And yeah, we jumped them and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I told you I was going to hold that hoe. Yeah, they on their way to court. They on their way to court because they done jumped the girl and he's sitting up. He done egged it on. Talking about, yeah, I was trying to record how you was dragging that hoe. He the man. He supposed to have took control of the situation because obviously they listening to his sorry behind. He supposed to have took control of the situation. And them girls ain't even supposed to be down there. They was on their way up there. As a matter of fact, they was on their way to criminal court. If he had cared anything about any one of them, he'd have made sure that they didn't have to come to criminal court because he wouldn't even allow it to happen. I remember a time men would step in and try and break up fights. They would get it, but now they pulling out their phone like sissies. Man, I'm put that on my YouTube so I can get some views. Okay? I mean, it's very disappointing to me to see a lot of what I see now because I grew up around different. Okay, my dad and my grandfather and them was soldiers. I say this because it's the truth. My grandfather passed away from cancer in 2004. Hurt me to my soul. Okay, he was about 6'4", and he was dark skinned with red eyes. Okay, but even when he had to retire early because cancer was eating his body up, he would be in the backyard in the garden. And my grandma said, Lord, I can't sit my husband down. He ain't supposed to be out there in the sun. Why he's still trying to work on the roof? Get in this house. You can't be out there trying to plant no garden. You can't be on the roof. Y'all know what that man said. I mean, in his last days up trying to work, all I know how to do is work and take care of my family. What I'm going to do, just sit here and do nothing? That ain't what men do. If I sit here and do nothing, I'm going to die. That's a real man. That man was in his 60s, cancer eating his body up, and these bitches get their asses on here and want to try to come up off of women and wonder why they can't get ahead. And it's a darn shame that a lot of these women don't know their worth. That's why when that bitch lied on me, I was gonna put I was gonna sue his ass lying on me. Sitting up talking about I tried to pay a man. You got me. I ain't never in my life gave no man. I gave a man $135, and I got online and paid for the bus ticket for that, and sent him on his way. Okay. But the mindset of a lot of these people in our community is totally messed up. There's no reason. I'm going back to Pooh Shiesty. There's no reason why Pooh Shiesty should have been allowed to crash out like that with his father there. There's no parent in this world that I know, and I don't care how they out there thugging, I would have believed would ever have allowed their sons to stand in front of them, a son who had a future as bright as Pooh Shiesty. Now, son, we gonna figure this out some other kind of way. You just got out, 60 days ago? You ain't get ready to go back behind bars. Pooh Shiesty had the world at his feet. All they needed to do was figure it out. Instead, they let Yo Gotti lure them with that money he ain't got. Y'all heard what I said. Yo Gotti luring everybody, tricking everybody out of position with that money he ain't got. Okay? Because he got handlers. He got people that's advancing him money. That's why he's trying to sign everybody so he can create generational wealth. They have nothing. And if they hot enough, he just continues. So he go and copyright and own all they shit, all of their ideas. He could pay back his handlers and then just live off of all this young talent. He ain't shit either. Never was. Anytime you go have some young men like straight dropping them to go kill a man because you mad at him, because you jealous of him, you ain't fit to even walk this earth, if to be totally honest. Okay? But you got people, because he gives this image of, he get on there, he talk about he buying 10 Chanel purses for his daughter. For all we know, that could have been somebody else's video. Okay? But people put him in a high place, and he ain't even got the character. He ain't even got the character. Okay? The only good thing that I see about what's going on in the music industry is that it is being exposed. That's the only good thing that I see, that the industry is finally being exposed. But how many more young men are we going to lose to this because of the evil people that's in this industry? They destroying their own damn community for some money. For some money. A life is irreplaceable. I don't want to see Pooh Shiesty in jail. So when people say free Pooh Shiesty, I say, yeah, free him, because I do want to see him free. I don't want to see him in jail. I don't. Because I feel like Pooh has probably come a long way. Okay? He got caught up. He really did. He got caught up. He was institutionalized. He got tricked. Okay? And if your daddy, if your daddy don't got sense enough to have him to think ahead of you, then I mean the brother just was lost. Okay? I feel like Pooh has come a long way, because there was probably a time when Pooh would have, instead of telling them don't kill Gucci, he might have would have told him to kill him. So at least he said don't do it, because you had a bunch of damn fools who thought that they was getting ready to get a deal. Okay, some kind of way with CMG. Okay, they can't think their way out of a damn garbage bag, because if Chopper Gang was gonna get a deal with CMG or whoever supposedly that they was gonna get a deal with, they would have been got it. Why didn't he sign them already? Why weren't they already signed? So you had a bunch of damn crash dummies that was ready to do it. That's why I say I want to see the brother out. He told him don't kill him, and I'm glad that it never should have happened to begin with. But at least because his daddy probably would. His daddy, I don't know what to think about his dad. His daddy probably would have went along with killing him. He ain't have sense enough to stop his own son. Okay. They said, how was he going to leave Atlantic Records? Mr. Ian made a good point. Mr. Ian said that Pooh Shiesty recorded the song with Glorilla the day before they went and did that with Gucci. That's how he knows that Gotti has something to do with this. What's up, Stanley? That's how he knows that. Okay. And it do sound about right. I mean, if you want to be honest, it sound about right. Y'all, make sure you all hit the like button for me. Okay. Make sure you all please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you all please like, share, and subscribe. I also want to talk about, we're going to come back to that. I want to talk about Meg the Stallion. Now, y'all know that Klay Thompson and Meg the Stallion had been dating, okay? And a lot of people are going in on Meg, and a lot of people going in on Klay, and they're saying that, Meg should not have said anything. Maybe she shouldn't have, sometimes people can keep their business to themselves, but I'm sure Meg is more than like an emotional person. She has to be. She's a celebrity. She's an emotional person, and people saying, well, Meg should have known that Clay was gonna do that. Well, I mean, listen, I think we've all been in relationships, and you hear about a person that has a past. Of course, every girl that Clay has been with, and Clay is pretty quiet. Okay, they have, put out some kind of subliminal about Clay Thompson cheating on them. You talk about Clay Thompson. What they say, Clay Thompson make what, $50 million a year? And then they say he makes like 50 million a year or something like that. I don't know a whole lot of women that's gonna turn Clay down. Okay. I don't know a whole lot of them that's gonna turn it down for 50 a year. Okay. And Clay is handsome. Okay. But I mean, but people saying that Meg should have known, but Meg is equally as beautiful. Meg could have any man she wanted. Okay, he make 100 and oh my God, he make 150 million a year. Woo! Lord have mercy. Okay, Lord, I need to. Oh, okay, 140 million a year. I was looking at another show that I like a lot. Be quiet, Remy. I know it's a storm. I was looking at another show that I really, really like. And they was talking about on their show that she was saying that, women should respect other women's relationships. I agree with that. I do. I feel like that women should, because as women, especially if you know somebody is dating somebody, if you know that they are, I think that is to be should be respected, because trust me, if you don't, it'll be you in a couple years. Sometimes men play games. They'll try to pull you in and get you emotionally involved, and then they'll tell you, well, I'm in transition. That is really the time to run. Okay. Those are the tricks that people will play sometimes. But it is the responsibility of the man to have loyalty, or whoever the person is that's stepping out, to have loyalty to their significant other. But yeah, I do feel like that people should respect relationships. I'm like I'm pro woman. Okay, I am. Don't mean that I don't have anything against the fellas, but I am. But what I see is it's not a whole lot of women like me, because there are a lot of women that are damaged. And so if they see Clay making all that money, they want to see Clay hurt Megan. Now, it's something that every woman wants, that fairy tale relationship where they got a good man that's making some good money, that's providing for them, that's making them happy and all of that. But yet they want to see another woman who they feel like may have captured that hurt. Now, Megan, you hear people say Megan was doing too much too soon, and she probably did not exercise wisdom. Okay, because I don't be wanting nobody to know about my relationships until we almost down at the altar. Okay, because I already know I can't keep one. Okay, because I'm gonna get mad and shoot off. Okay, it's always gonna. I be choosing the wrong one, so they piss me off and make me cuss them out, and then they play victim. Okay. But Stanley Govan says she likes to dress provocatively, which is inappropriate when you're in a relationship. But you know what? She was dressing provocatively, but he already knew that when he chose to tell her that he wanted to be in a monogamous relationship. He knew that. He bought her a house. They moved in together. He told his girl that he loved her. And I do believe that he loved her. He told her all these things. He already knew that if that was a deal breaker, he never should have. He should have just told her, I want to screw you. That's it. What's wrong with being honest? But instead, he led her to believe that there was a future. And so, what I get sick and tired of, yes, I can see, maybe Meg did some things. Sometimes you can move too fast, or there was some things that she should not have done. Okay. But yet and still, I mean, you can't be mad at the girl for being in love. I think people are harder on really harder on women. Well, he's Meg was just a jump off. I don't think he was telling Meg that she was a jump off. Nobody truly knows how Clay feel. Maybe the girl that he was sending text to was the jump off. Okay, maybe she was the jump off. I said, Megan. Well, Clay knew that she was loud and stuff when he got with her, when he chose to, buy her a house and move her in, they move in together. He already knew that. So why, if he knew he did not want a future with this girl, why did he take it that far? See, people blaming everything on Meg, but he led this lady on. Okay. Now Clay making 140 million a year. Meg ain't nearly got that much. Okay. Now see, Meg don't know how to play the game. Because once she found out what he was on, she was supposed to stack her money up. Okay. She was already in the house. Just they say her shows ain't selling like that. So I mean, maybe she need if it was a publicity thing anyway, she should play the game right. But it seems like to me she was in it for love. So and which ain't nothing wrong with that. And Clay may have been in it for love too. I mean, nobody really knows. And the man is, I mean, the women that he was with before Meg said that he cheated on them. We have to think about he's an athlete. There's always a lot of pressure on him to perform. I'm sure Megan, she probably she's not Megan makes her own money. She has quite a bit of her own wealth. So she wouldn't be like an average woman that sits to be quiet just so that she can be kept. I'm sure that she may have put some types of demands on him or whatever that most women that just want to be taken care of wouldn't. Because a lot of women they get a man like that. I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet, let him do whatever he want to do. Okay, and I'm gonna have all his babies, all the babies I can have, and just be quiet and be taken care of. And then, when the time is right, if I get tired of him, I'll leave and take half of his wealth with all these damn babies I got, because it happens all of the time. Okay. Just because she got her own money, men that got money don't want let's say men that got money don't want her. They got options. Well, I mean, I think he wanted her. I think he wanted her. He wanted he was with her. I mean, men cheat all the time. It's wrong too. It's wrong. You have men that be cheating on their wives and stuff, and they be going crazy when their wives find out, and their wife want to leave them. They flip out, and these men have money. They be out cheating, stupid, but it don't mean that they don't love their wife. They're just stupid. She was with other basketball players before Clay, and he cheated too. He says Hollywood people don't look for love. They look for it says don't look for love. They're okay for period. It said Clay probably started off. Clay seems like he's more private, you know. Clay seems like he's more private, and Megan should have taken heed to that. If you got a man that seems like he's, even though he's in the league, his life is private. Meg wanted to, like, she wanted the cameras and stuff in his face. I don't think she exercised wisdom. I mean, look at how the man was looking when the cameras and stuff was in his face. You know, you have to pay attention to stuff like that. I mean, that's the first thing I would have done. Oh, okay. Go back and look at that. Oh, okay. Well, my boo don't look like he liked that when I had that camera on him. So I probably don't need to do that as much, you know, because he's in the league, maybe want to live a private life, but maybe Meg knew something was going on. And that's why she always had that damn camera up in his face, because she wanted for the other women to see we good over here. We happy. You know, he with me. We, you know, a lot of times when women want to be seen, you know, seen like that, that is why. Because most women or some like me, I like for things to be private. Okay, things be private because when you know if it don't go the way that it should, then that's private too. Okay, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to deal with things in private. You know, they get emotional, and then they'll poke the other person. You started, and then you get the other person started, and then want to say the other person did it when you started it. The other person didn't even want to, you know. Cypress says, it's 2026. If you're looking for love, you're a damn fool. I mean, Cypress, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with wanting to love and to be with somebody. But you definitely have to be wise, because most people now have a motive, especially if you got something going for yourself. You got a little something going for yourself. You got to be very wise. You do. Because sometimes people will see, and it's hard trying to maintain for anybody, even with millionaires. And folks see you got to hustle about yourself, whether you're a man or a woman. You got a hustle and a determination about yourself. You're gonna always make some shake. They be, instead of getting about making some shake for themselves, they be sitting in the bushes. Okay, they be standing in the cut watching you. Oh yeah, that's a hustler right there. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can jump on their back. So you got to be very careful these days. Okay, if you got to drive, because the quickest way to go down is to let some grown person jump on your damn back. Okay, and as a woman, you go down faster because men are heavier than women. Okay, it's easier for them to carry women. That's why God designed them like that. Okay, but if she's a helpmate, he'll never go down if he chooses wisely. He understands that I'm the man, I provide for my family, but this is my helpmate. He'll never go down because he got a helpmate. But he don't look for her to jump on her motherfucking back like a sissy. Okay? But unfortunately, roles have changed a lot. And I don't know if it's these young men are not being taught, but and these young women are not either, because they don't know their values. Okay, the way to shut down a whole lot of stuff. You know, I don't really like to with men that talk real bad about women. Unfortunately, a lot of women like to eat it up because it's a lot of hurt women. They eat that up, girl. He talk about her like motherfucking dog and this and that. Bitch, you hurt, hoe. Excuse my French. You's a hurt woman. You need to go get your damn self some help, because as women, we all go through the same stuff. It ain't no need for you. You just came out of a damn storm and you wishing it up on another woman. When you went through what you went through, you saw, you know how hurt you was. So why you gonna be hurt that another woman going through it? Some of these women need to get themselves some help because they've been damaged internally. They're not damaged goods. When folks say, well, a woman is damaged goods, ain't no woman no damaged goods. Okay? I don't even like people that say that. You're a hurt woman. You need to go get yourself some psychological help. Because anytime you get any gratification out of seeing another woman hurt, it's something wrong with you. You need help. Okay? The same thing with these men. I just feel like a lot of men have not been taught the definition of what a man is. And I know a lot of real men go through hell. They do, especially when they doing right or trying to do right. I'm talking about as far as taking care of business. Okay? And the reason why they go through a lot because they built like, man, I'm supposed to be taking care of my woman. So I can't put this all of whatever I got going on. I don't even want her to know. Okay, I just want her to be able to take care of the household, make sure the household run. I'm the man. I'm supposed to make shit happen. Okay, I mean, real that's what strong men do. You know, good men or decent men or whatever. Because every man that's a provider ain't no good man. Because sometimes they could be abusive. Neil says real head of household men could care less how much money a woman has. One day more people. I'm telling you, like when they come into what you got going on, where you live at, what you got, how much credit you got. I told y'all I had to I went somewhere. I won't say where it was. And you know, the guy that worked there, you know, he was I guess they do security at that place. Okay, I guess he thought I wanted him. I don't know why. But he was pretty cool, right? He was a pretty cool person. He was not a bad looking guy or nothing. So he sat down next to me and he turned to the side towards me, but he saw me looking straight ahead and he had his legs wide open. I didn't like that. Okay, while he was talking, I mean his legs were just wide open. I don't know what he wanted me to see. And so then he was like, well, you know, let me call you sometimes, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, cool. You know, I guess fair enough. He ain't no bad looking guy, older guy. I think he told me he's 51. And I was like, okay. So as soon as I get in my car, he called me. He called me immediately. So then he was like, you know, he started talking. It was like, you know, I do security and this and that, and we got this. He was a manager and this and that. Then he goes on to say, why don't me and you? I mean, just in the first conversation on the phone, why don't me and you go into business together? I just listened to him. Remy, be quiet. I mean, you're gonna be quiet too. Be quiet. I blocked him. I think it is so unfortunate that you have men now feeling like their come up is to try to find a weak-minded woman to try to come up on. I blocked him. And it ain't because it wasn't nothing cute about that to me. Because if you had something going for yourself, whatever it is that he was talking about, he should have already had it for himself. Okay. No, he blocked. He is blocked. Oh Lord. He evidently Clay wanted her. He was with her. He bought her a house. They was together. The man cheated. See, this is the double standard, Big Pressure. This is the double standard that I'm talking about. Okay, so nobody is holding Clay accountable for him just not, you know, having any integrity. He cheated on the woman and broke her heart. Okay, he cheated. He led her on, because anytime you move in with somebody and all of that, but I mean, he could move in with 100 women. He make 140 million a year. But anyways, he led this lady to believe it was something that it wasn't, and I think he should be held accountable for that. It ain't nothing right about what he did. No, he shouldn't be able to cheat if he got the money. If you agree that you're going to be in a monogamous relationship with somebody, that's no, he shouldn't. It ain't nothing right about that, Cypress. You know that. That's how a lot of these men getting their head bust now, because a lot of these women crazy. It's a whole lot of crazy women. Um, it said Lord between at Cypress and Stanley at Beat Pressure. I need a joy. A big pressure. Big pressure to be full of crap. Lex says, why he ain't say nothing about it? We don't know the whole story. Right. We don't know the whole story. And I don't think that Clay is going to say anything. I don't. I don't think Clay gonna say anything. Clay got too much money. What he got to prove? Nothing. He got to keep his image. I just hope Meg just leave it alone. I really wish Meg should. Now, me personally, I don't think Meg should have went. The only thing I fought Meg for, I don't think Meg should have taken it to the vlogs. I don't think Meg should have went public, because it seemed like to me now Meg was trying to. She gets in her feelings and try to do a little smear campaign. I know as women we get mad, okay. But when I get mad, I'm going to. She should have called him and cussed him out. Okay, she should have called him and cussed him out. But as far as taking it to TMZ and social media, I don't know. You're trying to do a little smear campaign on the dude and get some sympathy and all that. I don't know, sis. You shouldn't have did that. I don't think that she should have done it. When people didn't see them together no more, they would have been able to put two and two together. Okay, the way to get a person back is, I mean, I was ready to say boss up, but I mean, how that's $140 million a year man. Okay, so I live your best life though. Let him see you happy. That's about all she can do. Let him see you happy, okay? And go on with your life. She was doing a play. She done fainted out doing the play. Child, you ain't never supposed to let them know how you feel, and especially not in the beginning. You really supposed to go quiet and be unavailable, okay? But she's emotional, and I guess she young. How old is Meg? When they said Meg is like 32, 33, that was hard for me to believe, because she every bit of 38. They said it ain't good attention. They will settle for negative. I don't know. I think Clay liked her. He might have liked he probably liked all of them that he cheated on. But right, the man just he ain't ready to control. He want to keep his options open. Me personally, I mean, is Clay really into dating black girls? What has he really dated before? Has he dated black girls before? You have to check out what they've dated in the past, and that's where you know what the preference is, right? Because I mean, don't get me started talking. Don't get me started, because we having fun up in here. Because y'all know I can get flat out vulgar with it, but I ain't gonna do that. Okay, praise the Lord, we're not gonna do that. Meg 31, y'all sure? Now they wrong for that. Now they lies about these folks' ages. But because but we know Meg ain't no 31. She ain't the one he want, bottom line. Yeah. Well, I think these women need to be careful because Clay is real quiet with it. Okay, he real quiet. She probably ain't the one that he wanted, just like them other women wasn't what he wanted. But what do he want? He real quiet. What do we want? See, and when they jumping into these, and I ain't gonna, it's easy to, because Clay is a handsome guy and he got that 140 million. It's easy for a woman to jump, okay. But making that 140 million a year, and he tall and handsome. But Clay seems to be very private with his life. You have to figure out what these folks really want. If he didn't want Meg, and he didn't want the other women that he was with, what do he want? That's you got to make sure the lines ain't blurred. What do we want? Okay. Because it could be her or it could be him. And I'm not saying that it's that way. I'm just saying you don't ever know what goes on with these people if you jump in too quick with them. She came with baggage. Evidently, he got baggage too. He don't know how to stop cheating. We can't put everything on Meg. Evidently, Clay got baggage. He don't know how to be monogamous. Clay is just quiet. He could be way worse than Megan. Lord, please don't let my lights go back out no more. I just don't want them to go out. Everyone come with baggage if they don't get some therapy and time to heal. That's true. Everybody comes with baggage. Everybody. Megan, I'm sure she's got baggage. I saw her. Okay, so she was dating Moneybag Yo at one time. I saw this old video of her and Moneybag Yo. And it seemed like to me, Megan was kind of making fun of, I think he had just started messing around with Ari. And him and Megan was online, and Megan was kind of making fun of Ari, I believe, as if she was the better one. Okay. Moneybag ain't no damn prize, but Ari ended up with him. And Ari said, so this is what I did. Because, Ari was on Carisha. Ari said, when I found out about that, I went cold turkey on him, and it drove him crazy. And guess what he did? He ended up, she got him, but he ain't no prize. But I'm just saying, maybe that's what Meg should have done. She should have went cold turkey. And sometimes you have to isolate yourself. Stanley says nothing wrong with being a one woman man. Too many STDs and incurable diseases out here. That's so true. Inspired by 2383 says when she cheated on Party and everybody, when she cheated on Party and everybody came out the woodworks. A man make 140 a year, wants options and choices. It's hard for one woman to be. No, one woman can be enough. If he really wants her, she'll be enough. She will be enough. I don't think that she's an embarrassment. She might be loud, but I mean, she's an entertainer. She helped to take, even though he making that 140 million, he was still one of those ones that you didn't hear a lot about. You know what I mean? Like, he was one of those ones you didn't hear a lot about. So men talk, well then, that means there's something going on with them. Because I always thought it was something wrong with a bunch of damn men sitting around talking about women that they've had. If they've had the same women, it's something that's just too that's feminine about that. Right. He seems very private, but she say he's real moody. She say he's really moody. Okay. I don't like moody men. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't like no moody man. I don't like moody men, period. Now, big pressure women don't like being lied to. I don't know why men say that all the time. It's almost like men make themselves believe that don't no woman like being lied to. Men go out and cheat, and they'll say, "Well, my woman like I can't tell her the truth because she like being lied to." Now you can't tell her. You don't want to tell her the truth because you already know what's gonna happen if you tell her the truth. I wish some of these men would take responsibility for what they do. Maybe he do really like her. I ain't gonna be surprised if I don't see Megan and Clay back together. So what she should have did was she should have not did went public with that. Cause she might end up back with him. Clay might go get his woman back. If he like her, he'll go get her back. He knew she was a loudmouth woman before. Yes, I believe he wanted a loudmouth woman because he knew she was a loudmouth woman when he chose to get with her. He could have not been with her. He could have said, "No, I don't want to get with her. Her mouth loud, I don't want her." So he already knew how she was when he got with her. So I gotta believe that he wanted a loudmouth woman. Y'all men know I am not gonna let y'all get away with nothing. When y'all come up in here with all these excuses on why y'all want to mistreat women, y'all already know. Y'all know how I am. I got a comeback. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Let's see. I could be on for like 15 more minutes. Um, he says no excuse for cheating. Right, there is no excuse for cheating. No excuse whatsoever for cheating at all. Says broke men have side pieces. Imagine how many options a rich man has. Clay had his fun. It's on to the next one. That's just how the game goes. Yeah, I've been hearing men say that. I think that's a way for men to try and disrespect women, as if well, she was just a piece of meat. People are totally omitting that this man led this lady on, and Y'all, I'm back. Y'all, that's the same thing that Storm did to me earlier today when I was in the shower getting ready to go to work. I heard boom, and I'm standing in. Next thing I know, I was standing in the shower in the dark. It knocked all my lights out. But just then, when y'all heard that storm hit like that, it said boom. What it did was my lights flickered, but it totally knocked my internet out. The lights came back on. It took a minute for the internet to come back on. So I'm back, y'all. I am back. Woo, child. Anyways, you guys, we was talking about Meg the Stallion. Y'all, look, I think y'all is being hard on Meg. I think there were some things that Meg did wrong. Maybe she moved too fast. But she probably moved too fast. She probably gave of herself, all of herself too fast. She probably did that. Um, Meg seems aggressive. Oftentimes, you know, women feel like, well, that's true. We only have one side. Women feel like if they kind of move along, they try to prove that I'm good in bed. I'm good with this. I can cook. I can do this. I can do that. I mean, they give of themselves too quick. They're not even sure about how the man feels about them. Unfortunately, they feel like if they give all of this, he'll see her worth. No, I think people will use you if you allow them to. Okay, and still not be sure about you. That's why he said to her, I don't know if I she didn't she say he said, can y'all hear me? Are you all able to hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, put a thumbs up. Oh my God, they can't hear me. Okay, Joy Loves God can hear me. Okay, so that's why okay, and maybe she just moved too quick, but at the same time, Clay could have told her, I'm not ready for a relationship. I don't want to be monogamous. He went and bought them a house. Some people say that he went and bought a house and moved in. They moved in that house because the house that he had before, he have other women coming there. But if you live in with somebody, when does he ever have time? But I guess, you know, Clay plays for what, the Golden State Warriors? Does he play in California? I don't know. The lady. I believe that Meg was really hurt. I do. I believe that Megan was hurt, and I think that Clay should have be quiet, Remy. Be quiet. I think that Clay should have been honest with her. I think that Clay should have been honest with Meg. Tell her, I'm not feeling this. I'm sure Clay knew this a long time ago because most men already know. He should have just been honest. Oh, he plays for the Dallas Mavericks. Okay. So is he from California? Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Yeah, I think that he should have been honest with her. Now he's gonna go and end up being with the NBA girl. Well, I mean, she aired him out, so he'd be crazy to go be with her. But I'm sure he talked to other women. He probably talked to other women. Well, we know he talked to other women. He'll, go get him somebody for the meantime. Clay needs to just be honest with these women and to let them know, look, I'll show you a good time and I'll treat you like you're an all-star, but I don't want no relationship. Okay. So when it's time, enjoy yourself right now because I'm subject to switch up at any time. I think he should be honest. But he ain't doing that. says, who is Kevin? Did I miss something? Who is Kevin? Oh, okay, Kevin Felder. Oh, okay. They're saying that they can't hear me. Yeah, I'm gonna go out and come back in. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Okay. You all make sure y'all hit the like button. What's up, Justice for Doll? Justice for Doll said Clay is from LA, went to Washington State. I met him while he was still playing at UNI. He is real solid guy. Just loves his women too much. Steph is more of a family man. Clay is that single uncle. Okay. So are you saying that? Clay loves the women that he dates too much, or Clay loves to date a lot of other women? Are you saying? Are you saying that he loves the women that he's in a relationship too much, or he loves to date a lot of different women? But I think that Clay should have been honest with Meg. So you saying that he loves the women that he dates too much? Is he a cheater? Was he a cheater? Yeah, hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Oh wow. You all hit the like button for me. Oh, okay. He said, of course he a cheater. Everybody knows that. Well, more of a Casanova than a blatant cheater. Oh, okay. He just quiet. He's just quiet with it. We can't believe Meg. She lied on Tory. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't think we're gonna ever get a statement out of Clay. If I made $140 million a year, I wouldn't say nothing either. I wouldn't. Clay gonna make that money as long as he play good basketball. He ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. His life does not require him to state other than when he playing basketball. He said women ain't always honest. Yeah, more women are honest. When a man claims that he really wants a monogamous relationship and it's just us, and we ain't no more, Ain't no outside people. I think women want that. We love that. Okay. So the only issues we have is, okay, is he telling the truth? Is he telling the truth? So we're exclusive. It ain't nothing else going on. But then men will tell you that we're exclusive, and I'm sure that's what Clay said to Megan, and go cheat. He said women lie, men lie. You should have put men in front, Big G. You should have said men lie, and then that makes women lie. Inspired by 2383 says, I would cheat if I was in the NBA. Oh Lord Jesus. I think men that especially men NBA guys more than NFL guys are a target. They make more money than the NFL guys too. Meg was probably I think Meg was really happy with Clay. I think she was really in love with him, and I think she was going so hard because she was hoping for a ring. And that's what a lot of people were saying. They think Meg was doing too much because, she was trying to prove her, she was hoping that Clay would marry her. I guess Meg don't know that you don't have to try to convince a man to marry you because he already know if he gonna marry you or not. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure y'all please like, share, and subscribe. Lord, I say the storm hit and scared me. I've never heard thunder that loud. And I love thunder. I've never heard thunder that loud. Be quiet. I remember Shaquille O'Neal wife Shawnee says all men in the NBA cheated except for Grant Hill. She said Grant Hill didn't cheat.
You want to bang and body, you have to do boring shit. Over.
I mean, everybody is talking about Meg. He says, ain't no way Kyrie Irving cheat neither. Steph Curry and LeBron and Kobe definitely. I don't know. They say LeBron cheats. I think Kobe got caught cheating. I remember Rick Fox used to be so beautiful to me. He looks a lot different now. Oh my God, I used to love Rick Fox so much. I used to love Rick Fox. I used to love Chris Webber. Chris Webber, his smile was so gorgeous. He was so chocolate, and his smile was just so gorgeous. Oh my God. And then Rick Fox was so handsome. I love looking at what's it, Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns, the movie, because Rick Fox is in that movie, so handsome. It was another NBA. It was two more NBA players that I like. Um, I used to like Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones came and played for Memphis at the end of his career. I know I'm definitely telling my age. Eddie Jones came and played in Memphis at the end of his career. Really nice guy. And Jason Williams. Hmm. Not the one that played in Memphis, but the one that played for the New Jersey Nets. I don't know who Ben Wallace is. I remember the name, but I can't remember the face. I can't remember Ben Wallace's face. Um, I think Rick Fox just let his. I don't know. I think his hair going back too far on his head. Maybe that comes with getting older. His hair done went all the way back on his head. He let his hair turn white. Oh Lord, there go that thunder again. I don't know. Rick Fox look like he's an alcoholic or something. Rick Fox is running for office. Rick Fox is running for office. Oh wow. Where is Garden Hills at? Is that in California? Pick Rick for Garden Hills. Oh Lord. I'm trying to see what Rick Fox is running for. He said he's running for Garden Hills. Um, that's in the Bahamas. Rick Fox is a Bahamian leader, entrepreneur, former professional athlete. So he's running for office over in the Bahamas. Oh, that's interesting. When you're totally in love and not in lust, it's easy to be faithful and do unto people. I agree. When you're totally in love and you value what you have, it is so easy to be faithful. And I'm serious. Like you can be in love like with somebody, and I mean just their energy, just being around you, just sitting next to them, it totally like turns you on. And I'm serious, like it's the energy of it, of that person. Of course. Do you got and no refund policy, bro, because you went on vacation and we the people been waiting. You don't even find other people attractive or have wandering eyes. And even if because there are always beautiful women and gorgeous men out there. You're not dead. You might see you might have a man that see another woman go, "Oh, okay, that's a beautiful woman." But it don't mean that he want to try to go mess with her because he values what he already has. No, I value how my woman would feel. I got to think about how my wife would feel or how my woman would feel if I ever, even if a woman threw herself at him, because women do that all the time. They will throw themselves at a man, especially if they figure out he got a woman. And a lot of times they don't even want the man. They look at his woman and they be competing with the woman. Try to see if he'll cheat. Oh, okay, she thinks she's something. She thinks she got all this going. I'm gonna see if I can get him to cheat with me. Okay. And so, but if he values what he has, he knows that you think about how she would feel if she found out what could happen. If he got a lot going for him, a woman might be trying to trap him, get her pregnant. The relationship is definitely over if he steps out and gets another a baby, even if he get caught cheating. He said, "Oh yeah, you wouldn't be competing." I definitely don't compete with no woman. I don't. If I gotta compete for it, it ain't mine. And if another man ever makes another, if a man of mine makes another woman feel like she can compete with me, it's over with for him anyways. He has given her some type of, because he's supposed to cut that, period. Don't entertain that. Not she's never supposed to feel like she could ever. So that means that he is a problem. You had a whole where of women competing. Oh wow. I hate women do that to themselves. They weren't competing necessarily because they wanted you. They was competing to see if they could be number one. Women do that to themselves. I really hate that. And then once they're number one, because I can't, I could never even like a man that ever thought that he was gonna make me compete for him. I don't even want him. Yes, I mean, if you're not ready to be in a monogamous relationship, yeah, it's just best to stay single. I would recommend staying single. I would, if you're not gonna treat somebody right, because people getting hurt now. People are getting hurt. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. That storm is starting back up, and I got another exam that I gotta turn in tonight. I need to get some of this stuff. I'm just so happy. Like May 1st, class is over. Oh, so that is oh, a lot of this stress that I've been feeling. A lot of this stress will be totally gone. Praise the Lord. So I had fun with you all tonight. I was not feeling my best today. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I got on the praying line this morning. Y'all make sure y'all get on my prayer line. I wanted to put the number up. Go to my Real Talk with Tamara page, and I got the prayer line pinned up there. The prayer line and the code TB21 and Angel the Real Boss get on every morning. They're two. They get on every morning. So I welcome you all to get on to pray. We stay on for like 10 to 15 minutes every morning, doing prayers and affirmations and agreements. But after I got off the praying line, I got in the shower. And I don't know, it's something that was raining. I have not like, I wasn't feeling my best yesterday either. I just was not feeling my best. And so I got in the shower and then the lights went out. The storm said boom and the lights went out. And I'm standing in the shower in the dark. I was like, oh my God. Like I was getting ready for work. And I don't know why it just set the tone for my day. It just did something to my nerves. But anyways, I said that to say this: when I got on here with you all tonight, it made me feel better. It made me feel better. So when people say, look at, oh Lord, these puppies so bad. A lot of times when I get on here, because I don't make no money, I really don't make no money on here. When I get on here and we start debating and having fun and stuff like that, it helps me. Like you all just really help me. Like these chauvinist men, like Big Pressure, getting on here and saying crazy things, and what's his name, Kevin Felder, and all of them. When I get the opportunity to get on here and talk shit to them, it made me feel better. Okay, it raised my spirits to get on here, and because I've been tired. I've been having a lot going on. Anyways, you guys, in the Bible, God bless men with many wives. Big Pressure. A Big Pressure, go on somewhere. Go on. Because no woman that you get is going to ever let you take on another wife. Okay? A lot of these men, I ain't talking about you, Big Pressure. I'm just saying in general, be talking about that stuff. And they ain't even got the money to take care of the first wife, let alone 2 or 3. They be trying to, don't get me started. They be trying to get with these different women. If I can get me 3, 4 wives, all of them get food stamps. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't get me started. I don't even be extra about it. Anyways, you all, make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. If you want to donate to the channel, you can hit up the Cash App or the Super Thanks. Y'all have a good night. I love you all. I'll talk to you later.